Let's have a look at how to solve any projectile motion question. So there's a couple of steps that we need to do to make sure we always get the marks, because projectile motion is actually incredibly easy as long as you follow these steps. First of all, very first thing you want to do is define the direction you are taking as positive, up or down. You always need to make a note of this, because if you take up as positive, then your acceleration, which is g, is always going to act downwards. So it's always going to be negative. But if you try and flip that and take a downwards as positive, then your g is going to be positive, but everything else is going to be negative, including your initial vertical velocity. Because they're moving upwards to start, your initial vertical velocity is going to be negative. So always bear that in mind. Next thing you're always going to do is make a table. Every single time you do this, you will not fail. Make a table, horizontal, vertical. Horizontal is speed, distance, and time. Fill it out. What do you know? What do you not know? For vertical, suvat. Always remember, the only thing that goes across this line, the only thing that crosses that line is time. Everything else is different. These two S's are not the same. Potentially even change that to a U, X to make it a bit simpler. So once you've filled out all these things with what you do know, what you don't know, and what you don't care about, you can start solving the question. Now, always remembering, acceleration always acts downwards. Even if the projectile is being shot upwards, acceleration due to gravity is always downwards. Always bear that in mind. Always remember, when it is at its greatest point, its vertical V is equal to 0 every single time. Does this mean that this is always halfway along the journey? No. Only if the path is symmetric. So this red line I've tried to draw up here is a symmetric path. The point at which it is at its highest point is halfway along, so we can consider that half the time or half the horizontal distance. This blue example here, we cannot. It is not half the distance, so don't use those equations. Last thing is always, always, always remember to resolve. If that is 20, then our vertical component is going to be 20 sine theta, and our horizontal is going to be 20 cos theta. Make sure those are put in properly here. Follow all those steps, you will never fail a projectile question.